Hello and welcome to TCG Buzz. And today we are talking about bad TCG Kickstarters. Oh, baby, let's play some bingo. Was that energetic enough for you guys?
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
So, what we're going to be doing today, like Jacob said, is we're going to be going through a bit of a joke comedic list of the bingo sheet of all the things that we routinely see bad TCG Kickstarters do out there. And Jacob and I are here talking about this because we could do a lot of consulting on card game Kickstarters and board game Kickstarters. And these are all things that we've had to tell our clients like multiple times, hey, maybe don't do that.
Yeah, so many times. Like, the reason I made this list wasn't for a TCG Buzz episode. I made this as like catharsis for myself months ago, and it was only later that I'm like, that could be an episode. It was just like we ran into these issues so often that I just had to create a list. And what more fun of a format for that than bingo? Let's turn it into gambling, right?
Yeah.
And Lainz, why are you here?
I'm just here again. No, actually, I guess I have a better reason this time, is because I've backed many of these. I've at least seen almost all of them. And yeah, there's some I scroll through and I'm like, ooh, you could definitely play the bingo sheet with some of them. Oh, that's not good. He freaking died.
Jacob, what the fuck?
Yes, my audio source just like flipped for a second and it caused the thing to freak out.
Okay. Do we want to
How does that happen?
Take that from the
It's
top?
been a reoccurring issue. I think like one of the cables in my setup is bad and I haven't sourced it.
Oh.
It did record everything before this. That's why we used Riverside. So we'll take it back on Lainz explaining why. Sorry about that.
Lainz is here. Yep.
I back a lot of these Kickstarter games, like a crazy number that probably no sane person would. And but I do look through the ones that I don't back too, and there are reasons that sometimes I don't back them, and we're gonna go through some of those today.
Yeah, I think Lainz is actually the most qualified person here to talk about this, because he's shown me a spreadsheet of like every TCG Kickstarter in history. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. So this is the guy that knows.
That is a spreadsheet that I have. Is just I didn't start it, but I finished it. I think it was Jeff Pasito was bored, and I guess he started it, and then I just was like, crack, I'm gonna finish this. And like there's links to them and how much they funded for and how much their goal was and if they actually delivered or not and the date that they started and finished.
That's impressive.
I have studied not the Blade, but the Kickstarter trading card game. It's almost just as cool. I think we got stopped again. Jacob is dying. Technical difficulties. We're supposed to do 2 episodes today. We can't.
I know, right?
We're difficulties.
Jesus. Jacob.
So how you doing?
Pretty good.
Your chest of drawers that almost looks like the one that I have.
Really? That's wild. Things are going pretty good. The exciting fun news: Super Battlemon is selling great at my store.
That's cool. That cute Quinn is really cool.
Yeah, awesome dude. Jacob, are you good? Okay. Oh, I made really basic tournament software, and that's on my website now. So that's neat. That was fun. Yeah, I did it because I felt like it in a weekend, and I'm like, oh, cool. Features. Yeah, that's what I did for fun this past weekend.
Every once in a while, I think about how cool it would be if I had a card crypt website that's sort of like CCG Trader, except it's got like maybe other bits of info for every game.
That'd be pretty
Because I
awesome.
know I have some games that like have really crusty scans, and I could probably do better scans if I got a good scanner.
Yeah,
Like
having a good scanner's nice.
what the old Myths and Legends, baby.
I don't even know that one.
You don't even know that one? This is a Chilean game called Mitos y Leyendas, and they made 2 sets in English in the
That's
mid
wild.
2000s. You probably, I don't know if you can see it, but the foiling is one of the weirdest foiling I've ever seen. It's almost like
Yeah.
this textured metal on the first set. The second set, it almost looks like Rush of Icor. The second set has white borders and like just the rainbow foil. But
Huh.
this one,
That one's, yeah, it looks dope. I like that one. I like that foiling.
let me see if there's. Oh, they're also like Yu-Gi-Oh size, but slightly bigger. So some Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves do not fit them.
That's
Because
weird.
they're made in, I think, Chile.
Huh. Well, good for them.
It was also a lot. It was sort of like their Magic because Magic was really expensive to import.
That makes
So
sense.
creatures have one stat number,
Mm.
and yeah, it's other than that, it was sort of like Magic. Oh yeah, also nothing tapped. So if you attacked, you moved it from the defense row to the attack row, and that's
Sure.
it. And
Yeah.
then
Okay.
your gold went from like the gold pile to the used gold pile, and it
Huh.
came back every turn.
Weird, but like
Also,
that
I don't
works.
know if there's something that got weird with the translation because they started changing effects and stuff.
Huh.
Because I have some cards that still have the Spanish back, but they have English fronts and they have different effects than the Finnish version.
That's really weird.
So there's one that was like a free draw card. So it's a life decking game, whatever,
Yeah.
drawing a card is good and bad, but it's just a free whatever, I guess, less cards in your deck. But I guess when the English guys got a hold of it, they're like, we can't have free draw card. So they made it like a 3-cost graceful charity, and it's just like completely different.
That's weird. That's so weird.
I don't think there's any in this stack, but there's an uncommon that's just like when you attack with it, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a dude, play it for free. It's like, what? Who?
Fuck. But we can't have a free draw card, but we can have that. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know if we're going to do that second episode today.
Are we doing the first episode today?
I don't even know if we're doing the first one today. We'll just have to see. Does Jacob say anything on Discord? I wasn't looking at Discord.
No, I'm not looking at Discord either.
Oh, he's restarting. Okay.
Another funny thing about this game is one of the starter decks has like an infinite hand lock in it because you draw cards at the end of the turn.
Yeah?
And not the beginning. Okay. So you draw your card at the end of your turn, and if you run out of cards, they have a ways to like get rid of your one card, and like you just can't play the game anymore.
Yeah. Yatagarasu.
Draw at end of turn sometimes doesn't work.
Dude, that was, oh my God.
I feel like draw at end of turn works when it's like hand refill. Like that makes sense to me. Like Flesh and Blood's end of turn, that's fine. My Game's end of turn, technically, even though some people are like, it's at the beginning, because it's kind of whatever.
Sure, yeah. I also think end of turn draw works when you're also like a board game, right? Because isn't like Star Realms and Dominion draw?
Oh yeah, because like the whole thing is using your hand, and then at the end of your turn you get a new hand. But
yeah,
you refill. That's still that's still
that's
refill.
True. That is still refill. That is a good point. Yeah, I think it works well on refill. Yeah,
we're making our own episode without Jacob. It's called Rambles About Card Games.
Well, it is recording us, I think. So I mean, this could just be like a bonus episode
we just make that a bi-weekly Rambles About Card Games, and it's nothing in particular. The only podcast I listen to is Geek Enders, which is just Jesse Cox and Dodger talking about what games they played that week. There's no
nice.
There's like no point to like half the time they one time they derailed the first like hour into like talking about books or movies or something. It's just like the
Nice.
thing that I put on when I'm going to work and I'm tired of listening to the music I've listened to for 15 years.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, let's do that. What games did you play this week?
You can't just put me on the spot. Let's see. Well, I did get to preview the Set 3 Shardbug starter deck product.
Nice. How
'Cause
is that?
Lewis and Nate, their main developer and the original creator, came over to the crypt because they were going to Gamma, and I was sort of on the way.
Hell
And they're
yeah.
just like, "You live here by yourself?" It's the third time I've got that comment too. Live here by yourself? But yeah, this new starter decks, they're pretty cool. There's some new keywords in the set. It looks like they're like, you know, as a more magic-y kind of game with creature types. Like they keep adding more types, and so that you can kind of like the tribal decks are starting to form together. Like if you wanted to play Luna Worms, you could probably just play Luna Worms or Soul Bees now.
Oh, they added more than one bee.
Yeah, there's bees. There's like
Because I remember that in one hangout. It was like, well, there's bee support, but there's like one.
Yeah, there was
bee.
like +1 defense for every bee in your hive, and there were like 3 bees in the first set or something. But now there's bees. They got like high cost
Hell yeah.
bees. They got low cost bees.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. They put the Mox cards in too.
Oh, I don't know if that's a
They're
great
not
idea.
free, and you can. They're like, I mean, I guess the Mox are destroyable too, but they like cost 3, and then you can tap them for 1 colored dust, and I think you can also sack them for a card draw. So that'll be interesting.
Okay, yeah, that we'll see how that goes. Is set 3, because I heard that they were adding new planets or factions or whatever.
I don't think they're putting any new colors in set 3. Maybe that's set 4, but
yeah, I heard that through the grapevine. I think Lewis mentioned that at one point. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Because I think they only have 3 right now, which just doesn't
3.
feel like enough.
Yeah. Zombie World Order only had 3. No, that game probably could use more too. Speaking of adding new colors, Cookie Run announced they're adding a 7th color to the game. They're adding black.
Interesting.
I don't know what it's going to do or what it's going to be. I was just like scrolling through news and I saw that Cookie Run's adding a 7th color.
So here's something I want to pick your brain on. In color system games, what do you think is optimum number of colors?
Well, TCG Academia says 5. No, I don't know. He did make a video on why it's always 5, because 5 is like
I saw that video and I think he makes really good points in it. Like I see where he's coming from with it. I'm a 6 guy.
I really like 6.
I also like 6. 6 feels good. Do I have any reason why to back that up? No, not really. I don't know. Just like 6. I've also enjoyed designing games because I've designed a couple games that never get released because, you know, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
And in most of those, I've actually gone with 4 for the colors.
Okay.
And the reason why is I want 1 to be aggro, 1 to be tempo, 1 to be control, and 1 to be just like wacky bullshit. And that usually ends up working out pretty well.
I'm not sure if I've tried to make a game with a color system yet. Since mine just has is basically archetypes, just different. It's not even archetypes. I have different weapon symbols, and they kind of just do what feels like they should do. Great sword is just big, hit you. Like one of them loses health to hit you more. One of them has to be in the right spot to hit you more. We have a new one that gets mad every time anyone gets hurt. But if he gets too mad, he blows up.
Oh, that sounds fun.
His ultimate is if you get exactly the amount mad before you blow up, then you turn into a super hunter. So
that sounds awesome.
It's fun to design new hunters for new weapons because there's not really any hard rules. But also sometimes you're what would big sword, big damage? But you have to find different ways to make that cool.
Yeah. your game's like, because like a color system's mostly for deck building, so I don't even know
Oh
if the
yeah.
weapons like count for yours. You like your game feels most like Smash Up,
Well, you
honestly.
do. Well, you have to pick 3 different weapons.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that's
as
true.
far
You
as it
do.
goes.
Yeah, because I cheesed that, and that became
Yeah. I wonder if that's still like the game has gone through some iterations. If like that, I mean, that's still probably the play because then like instead of a hunter can use slightly more than a third of the deck, they can just use 60% of the deck.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I would still keep the 3 different weapon requirements. I think that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
it's a good
Because
idea.
otherwise, I'm just gonna min max to be like, all right, all of my guys can use every card.
I'm
And
just
now,
gonna pick 3 ranged guys, and you're just gonna be really sad.
yeah, because like from the monster perspective, part of the advantage you get is that you kind of know as the hunters go through what like your opponent's options still are to an extent. Because
Yeah.
you do have to like sort of set up ahead of time as the monster, but you do have some things that you can mess with. Man, playing the monster is so much fun. I love playing the monster. It really makes you feel like a mad genius supervillain, which is funny because you're like a mindless monster, but laying your
Are you?
strategy out in advance and then watching it just annihilate your opponent is so satisfying. It's such
That's
a good game.
until I think the games where both people know what they're doing get really good because you set out your plan and the hunters can be like, all right, you're probably going to do this thing that I know
Mhm.
that you still have all 3 copies of or something. But
Yeah.
then you're like, I knew you'd think that I would do the most obvious 3 thing. I'm doing some random bullshit that there's no way you can guess I'm doing right now. But then they're like, what if he's not doing that and he's doing the stupid bullshit that I wouldn't expect? And it's got that the face down card mind game is a thing I always enjoy.
Yeah, it's so good. I am looking forward to the day when I finally have time to play again.
Oh, I thought you were
'Cause
gonna say when it's released. Everyone just seems to hound me on when game come out, when game come out. I'm like, this is my
well,
first
I
time.
mean,
I'm
it'll
sorry.
it'll
This-
play in person, but the thing is that I can play it right now whenever I fucking want, like, which is great.
That's true. Facts.
I'm just gonna do that while I wait to get the physical version in my store. Because, like, oh man, I'm gonna be playing that. I Once I get that, I'm playing that every weekend. Dude, my friends are gonna be so fucking sick of Predator or Prey, dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I,
I hope we get there. There's still so much. I feel like we're almost done with the art. I feel like the balance is almost there, and it feels like there's still 90% of the work to do. So,
yeah, no, I know that exact feeling. I mean, it's the same way with Caster Chronicles. Like,
oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That's one I always thought was really cool, and it was hard to find. I think I had the original 2 starter decks, and that's
that's
it.
what most people had because the print runs were so small and it was so hard to get, but the game itself was like incredible. I've got demo decks coming off the line right now, so I'll send you one of those. Um,
Speaking of demo decks and games I've played, Nine Omens on Kickstarter. That's
Nine
a
Omens.
that's another game you face down. Like I threw my attacker face down in defense mode because I'm stupid. And you're gonna twist it, and it's the guy that twists things, and whenever things twist, they die. Dang it!
Dude, yeah, Kevin did a great job with Nine Omens. Like
I want to see the other teams. I've only seen the 2 teams.
yeah, the other teams are really cool. I've played with them. They are a blast. Yeah, Kevin he just did a really good job with that one. Like he showed it to me, I played it, and I was just like, "So you want me to put 54 cards in a tuck box?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, that's my specialty, man. Let's fucking go."
He wanted to put the cards in the box and sell the box.
He did. He
Oh!
did. That's my thing, man. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. And it's been great. Like working with him's awesome. Nine
I
Omens
think
is Nine Omens.
also since it's only 9 cards a faction and it's pre-done faction, if I almost feel like I want to see the other 4 factions and then see if I can't make a faction or something.
Oh yeah.
What kind of random bullcrap can I come up with for his system? I love doing that. I love just
Me too.
like my friends' games. I'm like, I randomly thought of this like faction archetype, whatever group of cards. Like, I don't care if if you use it or it's balanced or what, but I thought it'd be neat.
Yeah, man, I love making fan cards. My entire childhood was just making fan cards, and now that's turned into my real ass job. Like, I made fan cards for Caster Chronicles, and now all of my fan cards are going to be real cards.
Dang, doesn't
I
get.
won.
That's the
I've won at
dream.
life. It's so good, dude. Like,
I remember in like 2009, 10, I was like 14, 15 or something. I made fan cards for Yu-Gi-Oh that were Bionicle.
oh, that's
But
fucking awesome.
it also like did not follow Yu-Gi-Oh's power curve at all. I like made my own power curve of numbers. So then when I post online, people are like, "Why does this have 60 attack?" Why did I post it online? I don't know, because I was 14. I'm like, "Yo,
Yeah.
this is cool. Look what I did."
Yeah. So my first like big fan card story was actually with Card Fight Vanguard. So I created this entire fan clan called
boy,
Puppet
yeah.
Master.
Ooh,
And
that sounds dope.
Its whole shtick was, if I counterblast, you counterblast. That was its whole thing. It was like,
Oh,
monkey see, monkey do control. And I was like, okay, that's really dope. And the boss card, I was so proud of these, I actually sent these to Bushiroad. And the boss card's whole shtick was, when it attacks, you suck up all of your, puppets. And since they're all like Battleroid or Workeroid, it's if you suck up 5 Battleroid or Workeroid, your opponent then has to guard with 5 cards from their hand. So you lose 5, they lose 5. Otherwise, you spit all of your cards back out and you can attack with them again.
oh, that's pretty cool. That sounds like actual game design. Most of me making cards as a kid was like, I made Guy, and here's a quip card that goes on him. Dude, how'd you think of that?
That works too.
I kind of want to do like if I get to 10K or hopefully when I get to 10K subs, I want to do like the worst card game ever. And it's just like me looking at old stuff I made, like terrible drawings.
Oh, man.
So many vanilla creatures and equip cards. I really like Dark Duel Stories as a kid, I guess.
Hell yeah, dude. Dark Duel Stories was pretty cool. Oh yeah, so the ending of my this is a cool ending of my Vanguard story. So I did send these all to Bushiroad, and that boss card effect that I described verbatim became an effect for a Pale Moon Nightmare doll like a year later.
That's cool.
So like did we just have the same idea? I don't know, maybe, but it was cool for me to be like,
it seemed like you did it.
It feels, I'm going to choose to believe, right? I'm going to choose to believe. That was
I believe.
One old card game, like if we're talking about stuff we did back in the day, like my first card game that I designed was, I made a Justice League TCG based on the cartoon.
Okay, yeah.
It was bad, but one idea in it was that instead of having like land cards, you would have like a land-ish card type, but they would go in front of your creatures, and your opponent would like have to punch through the land before they could kill the creature.
Uh-huh.
And that was kind of neat. Like I don't think I've ever seen a game do it, probably because it's a bad idea. But that was like my one original idea I had back when I was 7 on my first game design. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I know I had a Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff and a Magic ripoff, which is weird. I played like the kitchen table list of Kid Magic, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I played Lava Axe. Dang, that did some damage to your face, and that's about.
that's as deep as it got. Yeah.
Got him.
No, that was my first Magic experience too, because I was playing with my parents' old Magic cards from the 90s when I was like 10.
I can't remember what it. I like tracked down the I started with a 2-player starter deck that was like, it was either 8th, 9th, or 10th. It was like before the Mirrodin block, and I don't know. That's the early 2000s. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But it did the thing that like some games are getting praised for doing stuff now, where they have the 2-player starter deck where you start with a basic deck and after you play a game, there's like an extra pack or something where like, here's some
Yeah.
keywords or something.
I love it. I love that. That was a really good idea. Magic, I'll say this, Magic's like starter intro products to this day are still pretty fucking good. Like,
especially compared to, well, I guess no, never mind. Scratch that. I was gonna say compared to the competition, but I was really just thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh's
I
two-player
mean,
starter
even when
deck.
it comes to Pokemon, I guess I don't really know, as I don't play a whole lot of Pokemon.
I think they have some like they have like kid level starter product, and then they have like slightly better. I mean, you're not going to be playing like competitive Pokemon with those decks, but
The champion decks, does Pokemon still do the champion decks? I always thought that was cool.
I
Yeah.
don't play any Pokemon either.
Yeah, I mean, who does realistically? Like, I know lots of people do, and I know we've talked about this before, but it's like the thing where people say nobody plays Pokemon is both true and not, because when compared to like the rest of the big three, it has the smallest like actual player base percentage wise of its customers.
Right, but it just sells so much more than the other ones that
Yeah.
like they still put out a lot of players.
Yeah,
That-
exactly.
I just hated that argument when in the Kickstarter like Gold Rush era, because
Yeah.
it was like, how does this game play? And they're like, nobody cares how the game plays because nobody plays Pokemon. Well, I think there's a little scale difference between MetaZoo and Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. That's an annoying argument because and like here's the thing, like if you just want to make collectible cards, like that's
You
cool.
can do that, yeah.
That's a thing you can do. Like unironically, I think
they want the words. It's got to be premium-ish feeling, I guess, and trading cards just aren't like that.
I
Unless
don't
you're
know.
the has-been hotel trading cards, those seem to do pretty good. I mean, maybe trading cards do pretty good. I don't know. I just know that one specific one, like, actually seems to sell pretty well.
So trading cards actually do pretty well.
Oh, and sports cards. That wasn't even like I wasn't even thinking about sports cards.
Yeah. So I mean, even outside of sports cards, just general trading cards do well. Has-Been does well. Fortnite does well. The SpongeBob tops that recently came out did great. Everybody loved that. And like,
bring back the SpongeBob TCG. Who's that? Upper Deck? What, you're not
so.
Upper Deck? You're like trying to do card games. You got Rush of Icor and Neopets Battle Dome, right? Just throw SpongeBob back out there. Dude, people would lose their mind if Upper Deck's like, nah.
Dude, and since we brought up MetaZoo, like I honestly think the MetaZoo tops were fucking awesome.
Yeah, people seem to like those. I mean, I guess
like that was the best thing to come out of MetaZoo. I wish MetaZoo was just that. Like it didn't have to be a game. It could have just been, here's cool trading cards.
All right, welcome to my box opening. We're opening MetaZoo packs again.
Oh my God,
let's see what we got here. We got a UFO just sitting. No.
Doing it again.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. I can't read these backwards. Oh yeah. That's something. Oh yeah, kid game. Oh wait, no. Is there any blood on that? No, there isn't. That was actually fine. Got him. Ooh, that's a fire.
I think the UFO set was pretty plain.
Snake. Am I gonna get a good holo though? Ooh, that's shiny. I don't know. No. Energy Being. I mean, it looks cool.
I like beans.
Energy Being, not Bean.
Oh.
Energy Bean would be a different card, I think.
Senzu Bean!
Oh man, if you're wearing tie-dye, place an energy counter on this beastie for each opposing beastie in the arena.
God, I immediately.
And then when you attack, it does 20 damage, and for each energy counter in the arena, it deals plus 10 damage. And it's a spirit, so you can't attack it. Energy Bean. Okay, no, I'm not going to do it again, but,
All right, well.
I was going to get the booster box, but then there was this other thing that was sitting on top of that I needed when I did my Elestrals box battle. I didn't get enough spirits to make decks, so I ripped a MetaZoo thing that's got, it's got 10 colors of stuff in there, so that was close enough.
That works.
And then A-Drive never talked to me again.
Oh.
No, he did.
No, Elestrals, I have mixed feelings about Elestrals. Overall, I like it, and they've been really, like, supportive of local game stores, which is great.
They're definitely a game. Like,
Yeah.
There's like some hater that's really like he's on so many Alestrals videos and he's just like, A Drive sucks. This is a scam. I guess it's not a scam, but
No.
well, I don't know why I finished that with a but. It's not a scam, but actually. No,
No.
it's not a scam, but what was I trying to say? Brain working? No? What were you gonna say?
What I was gonna say is like Alestrals prints product to demand. They encourage play. They haven't done like when it comes to Alestrals, they just haven't done any of like the red flag stuff
Their
that I
starter decks are
see.
good products. Like they give you like good cards in the starter decks. Like, hey, you want
Yeah.
to start playing? This is pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've never seen them do anything that I would be like, oh, that's clearly just courting investor bros, like they're just, yeah, I mean, they're a trading card game, so obviously there's a little bit of that in, but they don't do anything of like, here's a one of one autographed serialized booster box, better keep it in an acrylic case forever, like it's like, no, they make toys to be played with, and that's what I want to see in a game. And then they support local game stores very heavily. Like they sent me even recently an entire brick of like LGS exclusive spirits in case
That's
somebody
cool.
doesn't have enough spirits. So it's like, okay, great. Yeah, I can just hand those out. And then
Yeah.
I think their like Pokemon clone RPG thing looks fucking awesome. Like just visually. Like I think like the visuals look great. And so
It's got
it's
that
probably gonna be fun.
Octopath Traveler lighting. I
Yeah.
think, if I remember.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say Alestrals to me, and I've seen maybe from a couple other people, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. It seems like they have their like core group, and it's like hard for them to break out of that core group. But they get pretty good numbers. They're like online tournaments that have like 180 something people in them, so
Yep.
80 to
No, and I think
120 some
that's
in that
I feel
range.
like that's a correct assessment. Like Alestrals definitely has its core group, and they're really struggling to grow out of that, right? Like there just isn't a lot of growth in Alestrals outside of like their initial group that they got from that first Kickstarter. Like their Kickstarters haven't gotten
They got all the
bigger.
Yugi tubers that didn't want to play modern Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Ha
Yeah,
ha. That's not entirely true. Some of them still play, I think.
right. But I mean, that's still true. Like Alestrals at its core, which like this is something that always made me go, huh, that was an interesting direction for Alestrals, right? Because like the art style is
Is
clearly
Pokemon?
we want to be Pokemon, but then the gameplay is literally just Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't
Yeah,
know.
which is weird because there's like 3 different versions of that exact thing. Because the D Spirit's like sort of looks like Pokemon, like it's still collectible creatures. Maybe it looks closer to Yokai Watch, but
Yeah,
then that game also plays like very similarly to Yu-Gi-Oh. And
yeah.
I think there was another one too.
God, was there? I think you're right. There was another one. Hold on, I have extremely vague memories of another one that was like,
Let me start looking up at the shelf. Is there anything?
I see D
Oh,
spirits up there.
no, that's not Pokemon. Never mind. I was gonna say Cannabeast. That was the weed one that played exactly like Yu-Gi-Oh, except everything was a weed pun. They even had Sparks and Hinotama in there. It was they just I think in their rule book they even like forgot to put their word for monster and just put monster on one part.
That's funny. That the good for cannabis, I guess. Yeah, it's got its audience.
Oh, it's dead, I think. I think they're
Oh,
trying to bring
is
it
it dead
back. It's
now?
like cryptic dead, where it's not dead, but it's probably kind of dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh
Yeah,
man, what
Alestrals,
is
I
going?
think. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I
I
don't
was
have
gonna keep
anything.
going on the Yu-Gi-Oh train. Is
Yeah.
just the more Yu-Gi-Oh like games I play, they're like hard to come back from because the normal summon, like if the older Yu-Gi-Oh they are, like if there's
Mhm.
no Raigeki or Dark Hole or the massive amount of removal tools that early Yu-Gi-Oh had, like if you can't play or you get blown out, you're drawing one card, you like normal summon, you can't tribute summon, you're just kind of screwed unless you got something that special summons.
No, I totally agree with that. I mean, that's the big problem with Rift Runners is
That's
like
specifically, yeah, I saw that recently where they're like, it is so hard to come back in this game once
it
you get
is.
a little behind.
No, it absolutely is, because there's really just no comeback mechanic. Like if you look at Yu-Gi-Oh's rule set, what's your comeback mechanic? There isn't one built in, which is
You gotta
why
have the big removals, I guess.
exactly that's
But people don't
literally
like those because you're just like, I play the spell and it kills your whole field. And they're
Hello.
like, what?
yeah. No, people like that's the thing. Like people whine so much about like the Raigeki, the Dark Hole, the Heartbeats, Feather Duster, the Mirror Force, but then they don't understand that those cards are integral to making Yu-Gi-Oh work because those are your comeback mechanic. And the fact that they exist means that the other player is encouraged to play more conservatively. Like, yeah, you can just dump your hand, throw out your big boss, blah, vomit. But if you do that,
You're gonna get
you're
Raigeki or Dark Hold. You gotta like try to play
yeah,
just enough to where maybe if they have it, they're gonna bait it out. Jacob came in, he's like, I'm gonna stop recording because these
yeah.
guys are just talking. Like, hey, we were doing an episode
We
called
literally, Jacob, I don't know if you can hear us, but we literally did a whole bonus episode. Unironically, you could probably make something out of that if just two lanes and I.
We're just yapping about cards.
Yeah, it was great. Honestly, that's some of the most fun I've had in a month.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'll yap about cards anytime.
That was
We talked
fucking
about
great.
what games we were playing.
Yeah, dude, that was great. Oh, I didn't even tell you about what games I played this week.
Oh well, I mean, we're recording again. Just do it.
Yeah, so
And Jacob's gone.
So I got sent, and this was awesome.
Wait, hold on. What games have you been playing this week, Speed?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Oh my god.
So this
Hello?
week I got
Oh
sent.
my god, it works.
Shut
up!
Jacob.
We're
Sorry.
doing an episode. Fuck you, Jacob.
Okay, I'll leave.
So
Shut up, ass.
yeah. So I
Ass.
got sent
Shut up.
some early like packs for the Fire Force TCG from TCG Co.
TCG Co has an appropriate name, I guess. I didn't. How many? They're like, are they trying to Bushiroad Bandai?
They're like great
like-
value Bandai. That's really what they are, and I mean that in the most endearing way possible. Because the games they make are fucking fun.
I really like their 5-pack like system they've got going. Because like I love me some sealed, you know.
Oh yeah,
And just make the easier sealed is to do. I'm like, cool. I can just bust that out with a friend. We get like a different experience out of a box a couple times.
Exactly. It's so much fun. And so my mom and I were each sent 5 packs of Fire Force from TCG Co. to try it out and play it before we get our big order in. It's literally One Piece, but focused on sealed. So there's no like color leader system. And your Dawn, instead of boosting your power, boost your damage that you deal.
Okay.
So if you like tuck a Dawn under one of your guys, because your Dawn's called Flame in this game. So if you tuck a Flame under one of your guys and hit the direct into life, you break based on how much Flame you have.
Okay.
Which is like,
oh, okay. So you have to put at least one. Oh,
yeah,
that's kind of neat.
some cards
kinda
come
like
with
Exodus.
Flame. Some cards come with 1 Flame base. And what's cool
Okay.
about that is that cards with 1 Flame base, you can also tap to make mana.
Okay.
But if your
That's cool.
creatures are tapped, they can be attacked by the opponent. So
Mhm.
you're kind of like putting some of your mana at risk if
Right.
you do that. It's really cool. It's like it feels a lot like One Piece, but has a lot of unique little twists that I go, ooh, okay,
That's what you want, right? Like you don't need an entirely original game. As long as you have that one thing where you're like, dang, that tickles my brain in like a different way than that thing that I already know.
Yeah, dude, I really like Fire Force. That one was fun. That one gets a big win from me. That was a good ass game.
Have I played anything else this week? I think in the last week I played Scattered Nexus from UIB.
Yeah,
that game's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that guy's really cool. I haven't had a chance to play his game yet, but I've talked to him several times. I really like the cut of his jib. Super nice guy, and his game looks fucking sweet. It's like
you shuffle 3 piles of cards together, and there's sideways location cards, and cards are generally useful, and there's no dead cards in your hand.
Fuck yeah.
I like
Sign
all
me
those
up.
things.
Those are all great. I like when he was describing it to me, it was like smash up, kind of, but
Mhm.
indie comic book crossover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking, that's a winner. Like,
Yeah, you
no
got
notes.
your 3 decks have like fighters, and there's 1 copy of each fighter, and then they have spells, and there's 2 copies of each spell. But like the spells can also be like put under a fighter to give them like some kind of like inherited effect, almost like Digimon, but it's like color based. So each color has their own thing that they apply to units.
Dude.
My cat is about to kill my door. Let me go.
Yeah, you go handle that, but that sounds fucking sweet.
What are you doing, kitty?
Hey, I
What are
can
you
talk now.
doing?
I just said tech support hell.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back though.
Okay, well,
But turns out it was for the stupidest reason.
Woo!
Do you remember I
cat!
said there was some problem with my audio setup?
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Oh no. What was the problem?
The problem wasn't the audio or any of the cables. It's static electricity.
Oh, that's bad.
I shocked my computer and it crashed. And then when I tried restarting it, it wouldn't give a display output until I like did a bunch of troubleshooting and went through safe mode.
Jesus.
wow.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Are we good? Do we want to do this later?
I'm good to go if you guys are.
All
I
right,
think we'll
well-
probably have to just reset though.
Okay. Well, now
Well,
we have a whole second
I will.
set of
So what I'll
things
do
that
is
we
I'll
did.
stop this and I'll see what I can recreate from your guys' conversation. I did not know you were having, and I will send you a new link to make this easier for myself and
Yeah,
organization.
no problem. But Two Lanes and I, we literally just did an impromptu episode for you.
That's awesome. I look forward to.
We need this more often. We need
Yeah.
the yapping about card games.
I love that.
I
That
do
was
like that.